with The Real Cinemas Blackpool and Ballincollig and online at therealpicture.com.
In a world where there's a million movie podcasts, here comes another one from themoviebit.com. This is the podcast.
Christ. Who taught you that technique? A friggin' cheese grater?
Anything gets more than 3 blocks out, you turn it back or you turn it to ash. So you listen to me and you listen well.
Hey everybody, how we doing? Welcome to the podcast in association with The Real Picture Cinemas Blackpool and Ballincollig. Check them out online, therealpicture.com. My name is Victor Barry. Over there to my right is Tom White.
Hello, everyone.
I'm like one of those rappers. Yo, over there to my right is Tom White. Boom!
Never do that again.
Okay, why? Didn't you like it? No. You got frightened?
Well, it's a change from you just crying into the mic because movies are ruining your life.
Yeah, well, this week's podcast is about fucking gardening. You know what? I'm a little bit. I'm a little bit of hope. In a while, we're going to go see Baby Driver.
Yep.
Edgar Wright's movie. I have hope that may bring me back from the light or the dark side or wherever the fuck I've gone.
Back into the light. You want to go into the light.
Do I?
Yeah.
Wherever Ray is, that's where I'm going. Spoilers. All right. You can get in touch with us. Podcast at themoviebit.com, at themoviebit on Twitter. The Facebook page is themoviebit. And of course, if you're on the World Wide Web, themoviebit.com. Okay, let's get into it because we got a lot of shit to do. People. So fucking... A wise man who once starred in Pulp Fiction but didn't say the following lines in Pulp Fiction said it in another movie said, "Hold on to your butts." We like
could have just said Jurassic Park.
No, that would be just the fucking easy thing to do, Tom. That would be the easy thing to do.
Yeah.
So, hang on. That water is green. Right. Let's go. We like to start each and every show by teaching you shit about the movies. We don't talk to execs anymore because they all hate us. So Tom just cruises the internet for... What do you cruise the internet for? Oh yeah, Tom's Trivia Tree. Yeah, let's get that in there quick.
Tom's Trivia Tree.
This week, Tom, what are you going to teach us about?
All right. First up, the first 3 Bond movies.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
The stuntman Bob Simmons was the figure in the gun barrel opening sequences.
Okay.
Not Sean Connery. So it was with Thunderball that he started...
what was he busy doing then?
Being Sean Connery.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
Hang on.
There we go. I was going to say it, but you...
Oh, just nobody knows what that was.
No, what?
It was a bang. It was
what
a
was
slap,
that?
Oh, fuck, no, I don't know.
No, you never did that. Not at all. Never
what,
said
Tom?
in an interview.
Sorry, I'm just cleaning my hands.
Next up, this would have been very different. David Fincher was asked to direct the first Spider-Man movie. His version would have adapted the night Gwen Stacy died and would have shown Spider-Man's origin in the opening credits.
It's a bit fucking Bruce Wayne, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, my parents are dead. I'm going to become Batman. It's like fucking, you know...
Yeah, and...
I would have liked to see the Fincher take on it, but...
it would have been... Would have got Amazing Spider-Man, a much darker Amazing Spider-Man, what, 6-7 years earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then finally, the Octan Corporation Law Business's head of in Lego Movie is a fictional brand used by Lego since 1992.
No shit.
Yeah.
I never knew that. I like Lego, but I don't know the fucking fanboy Lego shit.
Yeah, it's been...
This is probably plastered in boxes everywhere.
Yeah, it's all their Lego City stuff. Whenever there's a petrol company to be used, it's Octan.
You know what? Like the Lego movies, the Lego video games are always incredibly clever.
Yeah.
I love Lego. Or if you're listening in America, you guys pronounce it Legos.
What?
Legos? We go Lego.
Lego.
Legos. No, it's not Legos. Lego. Yeah, no, elsewhere in the world it's Legos. Legos. There's Tom swallowing down a gallon of fucking hot water.
Yes, let's say it's water.
It's quite creamy for water, Tom.
I started kind of falling out of the Lego games when they started bringing voices.
Well, that's because you're,
Purist.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
And like when they started being lazy about it, like with the Lord of the Rings Lego game, they just took the audio from the movie and just put it over the the Lego figures.
All right. Speaking of Lego figures, Transformers: The Last Night. We're getting into some movie news, and we're going to bundle kind of a shit canning in here as well. Please, Michael Bay, don't blow us up. Don't blow us up, please.
It will
don't.
look cool if he does. That's the only good thing about it.
Thing is, nobody be around to fucking see it.
Yes.
Transformers: The Last Night. It's at the lowest opening of the Transformers movie series in the US. $69 million. It's not at the $300 million mark worldwide as of yet.
About 265.
I'm not sure if it has to open in the Asian territories yet. Giant robot stuff always seems to do well over there.
Yeah, it's saved Pacific Rim.
Whether it'll save Transformers, we're not sure. Either way, Michael Bay is gone, but Michael Bay is saying he's never doing a Transformers movie since the first Transformers movie, so we will take that with a big fucking pinch of salt.
Yes, and since the first Transformer movie, it was always the last Transformer.
Somebody's going, where the fuck did he get this energy from? I kept it all last week. I just kept it in my ass last week.
It's now exploding out of you.
Out of my ass, literally. Literally. Someone's in your eye talking a lot of shit out of you. Hey! Anyway, okay, Tom went to see the whatever this fucking...
The Last Night.
This Bayhem thing is.
Yeah, for my sins.
And the hate now, Tom has completely gone to the dark side. Yeah. Tom is next to the throne with me here. We've got fucking lightning bolts shooting out of my fucking fingers. Tom had nothing but pure and utter despisement, if that's even a fucking word. Pure and utter fucking hatred for this movie.
Yeah.
As does the whole fucking world.
I think we've all said on the podcast, we like Michael Bay.
I love Michael Bay.
Yeah, I
love Michael Bay. I genuinely think he's a great...
Yeah, I love The Rock. I genuinely love the third
People are like, Tom, The Rock's like 400 fucking years old.
The third Transformers, Dark of the Moon, I love that film. I think it's amazing.
He's very visually accomplished.
Yeah.
His set pieces are second to none.
He knows what he does. What he does really
I'm
well.
not sure how it works in the Michael Bay. Like, hey Michael, here's a fucking truckload of money. You want to make another one of those fucking giant robot movies? He's like, yeah, we can blow this shit up and blow that shit up and blow this shit up. What about a story? I don't give a fuck. We're just blowing shit up, and that's maybe how they make a movie.
Yeah,
which I nothing wrong with that.
Something wrong if you want an actual movie out of it. So yeah, like I said before, I really like Michael Bay. I love some of his movies. This movie,
Tom is just terrified that somebody will tell Michael Bay about this fucking diatribe.
Well, you have a picture with him, so you have him on there.
That's true. You know that was an April Fool?
I know it was an April Fool. Okay, I was about to say it was took in April, wasn't it?
I just had to get in there, Tom, so you wouldn't disgrace yourself.
Yeah, so this movie made me hate Michael Bay. It is everything.
I still love you, Mike. I haven't seen it, that's why I still love you.
It's everything that people lambaste him for. And
based him like a turkey?
Lambaste him.
Lambast?
Lambast him. There we go. Lambast him for...
Somebody's there getting fucking gravy for bread.
Yeah, so... Okay, let's go to the story. It's pretty much the same one as the last four.
Oh, shit.
There's some MacGuffin that the Autobots have to protect. The Decepticons want it, and the military are in there for some reason. Like, this fills me with dread, the fact that this one, the fifth movie, is what's being used to make a Transformers shared universe, because we're getting a Bumblebee movie after this. There's going to be more Transformers films without Bay at the helm. There's a writer's room.
He'll be at the fucking helm.
Oh, he'll be behind the scenes. He's probably executive producer.
No, he'll direct him.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see. I kind of believe him this time, because I don't think he gives a fuck anymore. Like, everything about this film is lazy. The set, like, there's an hour of exposition till you get to your first set piece, and then visually this looks really good, because like Michael Bay, you can always guarantee some great visuals, but there's nothing else there. The story just happens. Like, I know I'm an idiot wanting continuity in the Transformers franchise, but this doesn't what happens in this movie, the lore they start to build, doesn't line up with any of the other films. It's insulting to people who actually like this franchise. And like, stuff doesn't make sense. There's one bit there's a giant battle with Decepticons, and they're in an abandoned town that's just nothing but wooden buildings and little brick huts, and then turn the corner, there's a fucking skyscraper, and they're in a hotel with glass elevators on the outside of it. It just seems that he turned up and it goes, let's make a fucking movie. I don't care what happens in it. I'm getting my money. Even his objectification of women seems tacked on. And
somewhere there's a feminist going, I'm going to loosen my bra for this.
yeah, no, it's incredibly lazily done. Fucking Mark Wahlberg is just there for the paycheck. They bring back Stanley Tucci. He was in the fourth movie. They bring him back as a completely different character.
It's just like the audience go, that's not him at all.
Yeah, no, he's like they brought back John Turturro from the first one and Josh Duhamel from the first three. Why didn't they just make Stanley Tucci the character he was, or just cast a fucking different actor? It doesn't make sense.
Did they just think that nobody would notice?
Maybe, I don't know.
Fuck you, Paramount. Tom noticed.
Like, nothing about this movie makes sense. Like, the last 20 minutes is this big battle that you would expect from a Transformers movie, and just stuff happens. Like, characters disappear in and out of the action. The baby Dinobots, they're all over the trailers. They're in it for 2 minutes, and there's no explanation of why they've gone missing. They're a major part of one of the scenes in the
Extinction, maybe? Asteroid?
Yeah. No, and all the stuff that happened in this movie, probably the world was destroyed and we just didn't see it.
Well, they didn't think you'd fucking notice Stanley Tucci, so maybe they did fucking blow up the fucking world.
Yeah, no, and kind of even the ending, the ending is just completely made null and void by the end credit sequence that don't even bother hiding in the middle of the end credits. Just it fades to black. Comes directed by Michael Bay, and then they show the fucking end credit sequence. Like,
they know people want to get the fuck out.
Yeah, probably that. They knew that the movie was so shit that, all right, we have to put this in there. Let's just fucking get rid of it, get it out of the way straight away. The much ballyhooed Optimus Prime turning evil, that's all over all the trailers and all the posters. He's evil for 5 minutes. It's the big fight with Bumblebee you see in the trailers. That's all that you get of Evil Prime. It's just, this movie is just bad blockbuster filmmaking at its worst. It's Michael Bay at his worst, and I absolutely hated this film, and even thinking about it makes me angry, and I hate you for making me bring it up again. 1 star.
Oh. You mean you liked me before you talked about Transformers the last night? Fucking hell. Okay, so there you go. Don't go see it.
Don't go see it. Don't put money in Michael Bay pocket. He has a fucking enough of it.
Alright, Daniel Day-Lewis is fucked off.
Yeah, he's retired again.
He's retired.
He retired in 1997. He became a cobbler. Then he came back for Gangs of New York. And his last film is going to be, what, next year? The new Paul Thomas Anderson one. And, like, Dan Day-Lewis, he does a movie every 5 years, isn't it?
Something like that.
Yeah, like, he is a method actor, and I can see how that would get tiring. Granted, he only takes a role every 5 years, but he puts everything into that role. So, like, he takes, 6-7 months to kind of prepare to get into the character, and then he doesn't stop being the character until the film is over.
This just sounds like bullshit to me. This sounds like Downey. Oh, I'm not going to do any more of those fucking comic book movies. Oh, here's a truckload of money. Oh, maybe I will.
Like, maybe he's going to become a carpenter for a couple of years and be back for the next Scorsese movie.
Yeah, maybe so. It's just fuck it. I don't know.
Great actor. I'm going to miss him if he is retired.
But you won't really, because you fucking once every decade he's a fucking movie out.
Yeah, we never got enough of him. But what we did get of him was fucking amazing. There Will Be Blood, Lincoln, fucking great films. Great performances from Mr. Day-Lewis.
Jurassic World 2 has finally got itself a title. Tom?
Yep, Jurassic World 2 is now Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. It's going to be out sometime next year. And the poster has a tagline of Life Finds a Way, so...
It's playing in all the fucking Jurassic hard-ons, life
yeah, pretty
finds
much.
a way.
Like they're bringing back Ian Malcolm, who coined that phrase. So
I don't think he should be back. I think they did just pretty well with fucking. I know Pratt's on there, but I think they did pretty well without fucking Ian Malcolm. I don't think he's got anything to lend to this version of Jurassic Park.
they did pretty well without bringing any of the old cast back. So like it could be just nostalgia filmmaking strikes again. Like it seemed to be the.
See, everybody expected Jurassic World to be shit. Colin Trevorrow fucking blew our minds, and I love it. It was one of my favorite movies. 2 years ago, last year.
It was last year, yeah. It's on Netflix now. I've watched it 3 times.
I thoroughly enjoy it. What do we know about this one? Where's it going to go? What's it going to do?
We know nothing about it. It's all we've seen of is that photo of a little girl kind of in a museum looking at the skull of a Triceratops, and like it could go anywhere. Like so the end of Jurassic World kind of it teased the military use of the dinosaurs, didn't it? Like,
Please don't do that.
Yeah, B.D. Wong's character was he was making soldier dinosaurs.
And
basically.
he's apparently in this one.
Yeah, he's in this one. So there was a script going around for Jurassic World 4 back before it became Jurassic World, and it had human dinosaurs in Afghanistan. I really hope they don't do that, but I do think that they're going to bring in the whole military aspect of it, because like that was teased in not just B.D. Wong's character, but fucking the training of the raptors. So there is I think we're going to get out of the park and we're going to kind of be more global. Maybe fast forward a couple of years and the dinosaurs are being used for fucking slaves.
Is there not like a time has passed, a certain amount of time has passed between this one and the last one? Where did I hear that?
I don't know.
Okay, all right. Maybe I fucking imagine it. It's kind of hard to know where they are going to go because dinosaurs running rampage through a fucking park
Has been done.
eating people has been done numerous times, but it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
I think if they...
But they can't do the park thing again.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, can they do running rampage through a city again? Like they did in
I don't
Lost
think
World?
that worked in The Lost World at all. Even though it was cool seeing a fucking T-Rex fucking nudging that 76 ball or whatever it was down the fucking road.
Yeah.
I don't think... it was the lamest part, you know?
It felt really tacked on.
Yeah.
It's like the movie ended and goes, oh, wait, we have another 10 minutes to fill. Let's put him in San Diego.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the military way, like you might be right, that may be the obvious way to
Bomb
go.
sniffer
because-
raptors.
I like it. Imagine going through a fucking airport.
Yes. In a fucking TSA uniform.
And you're going in a fucking toilet and you hear that. And the door, the glass steams up and shit, and there's a raptor. Show me your bag.
All you see underneath the door is the little claw just to tip.
Show me your fucking bag. Oh man, I think there could be out of ideas. Let's see. I think Trevorrow did a great job in that.
Yeah, and it's B.A. Ananda now, isn't it? The guy did A Monster Calls and The Impossible. He's directing this one.
Yeah, The Impossible was Ian McGregor, wasn't it? No, yeah. So he's able to do big spectacles.
Yeah.
And The Impossible was a decent movie. A Monster Calls is a decent movie.
Yeah. He did one of my favorite horror movies of all time, The Orphanage. Mm-hmm. So we'll see what happens. It's I want to know what the Fallen Kingdom refers to.
I would think it's the whole engine thing fucking falling apart.
Yeah.
You know,
That could be it.
if I was an investor in engine, I'd be like, lads, listen, we fucked this up so many times. Can I have my money back?
It's entirely set in Engine HQ, and they're being chased by raptors down the stairs.
No, if I was an engine investor, I'd go, fuck this, give me my money back. All right,
So, but Engine falls, and they just try to get rid of all the dinosaurs, just releasing them into the wild, just out the back door. Just get out of there, get out of there.
piling them into vans and driving off at fucking high speed, hiding them in fucking laundry bags.
Yeah.
There's a shot of a fucking door closing and there's a raptor tail hanging out of a laundry fucking bag.
That movie will not live up to our expectation of it now.
Yeah, you never know. Speaking of movies that won't live up to your expectations, Lord and Miller, Miller and Lord, Phil and what's your
Phil and Chris.
I got them confused in my own.
Phil
blog.
Lord, Chris Miller.
Yeah, they got the fucking boot from the Han Solo, the as of yet untitled Han Solo movie. We don't really know what happened, but the usual. Oh well, we've had creative differences, as reared its ugly excuse head again, and that's the reason why. Allegedly, they didn't get on with Kathy Kennedy. Allegedly this, allegedly that. They were doing too much improv. They just
Creative, yeah.
they were trying to make it a comedic movie with lots of comedic tones.
And I'm sorry, you don't hire Phil Lord and Chris Miller if you don't want something comedic.
Yeah, so nobody knows exactly what's going on. The leaks and the rumors will abound. However, what does that mean now? It means Ronald Howard is coming in to pick up a movie that's finished its principal photography, its main shooting in 2 weeks. I think this is a movie that everybody is excited to see. Is it a movie everybody wants to see? I'm not necessarily sure, because the Aaron Reich is fucking wrong for the role.
Yeah, the rumor is that a acting coach had to be hired because they weren't Lucasfilm weren't
even though
satisfied with him.
He's not the worst thing in Hail Caesar. He's actually quite watchable. But now the more I think about it, I think that's his range that you see in Hail Caesar.
Yeah, because
that's all he can fucking do.
That's all he could do in Beautiful Creatures as well. And I like Beautiful Creatures. I thought he's really good in it, but he's not charismatic enough.
No, he ain't got no personality.
No.
You know? So
can do one hell of a sudden accent though.
Yeah, and either way, look, as soon as the fuckers hired Woody Harrelson, I was like, fire the fucking cunt. I was like, get rid of him.
Not a fan of Woody, are you?
I like Woody Harrelson, I really do, but he's not right for that fucking universe. I think what this Star Wars has never been a bandwagon as such. We've all heard the tales of how Nicolas Cage wanted to be Superman, or how fucking Kurt Russell was going to be Han Solo, and all of this kind of stuff. But it's never been a bandwagon where every fucking Tom, Dick, and Harry tried to jump on it because nobody believed in it enough.
Yeah.
Obviously, when the prequels turned up, you had passionate people about it. Now it has turned into a bandwagon. The last, I think Rian Johnson is hanging on by his fucking fingernails. I think Trevorrow may well be in trouble for episode 9.
Yeah.
I think, this Han Solo movie, what can Ron Howard do? He's going to come in. There's the majority of the movie has been shot. They had shitty looking fucking leaked fucking flying cars. Set leaks. I've seen some of those. So I'm not sure what he's going to do and come in. Is it a case that he's going to say we need to reshoot it, we need to do it all again, we need to go back to the drawing board? Bob Iger, the head of Disney, has come out and said, he's not confirming or denying that the project is now going to be delayed,
which is a sure sign that it is going to be delayed. So I'm not sure how Larry Kasdan was one of the guys that who wrote The Empire Strikes Back and wrote The Force Awakens with Abrams. He's the guys that championed Lord Miller to get them the gig, and apparently, allegedly, this is where it all fell down as well, because, I think Kasdan is a serious writer. He's a great writer.
And I don't think the two lads fucking, held court with him very well. Either way, there's a Han Solo movie that's fucked.
Yeah.
I think. Now, if there's creative differences, if you take that at face value, there's a lot of problems with a movie. And you're looking at a movie that's 2 weeks away from going into post-production, where they're at, and all the visual effects and all that kind of stuff. So, what the fuck do you do?
I have no idea what's going to happen with it, because they can't really just throw everything out and then redo a movie in 2 weeks. And also this brings up who's going to get credited.
You know what? Who gives a fuck who gets credited? In one sense, I do admire Kathy Kennedy. I have done for a long time. I think it showed huge balls on their behalf to fire them this late into a project.
But it has happened before with Rogue One.
Yeah, but Gareth Edwards kind of still went on the promotion tour. He was still involved in the movie. They gave it to Tony Gilroy.
Yeah.
To shoot a bit. And that was towards the very end of the movie. So it still was a Gareth Edwards production, as it were. But
Like,
they-
it was only the finale they had to reshoot as well, though.
yeah, so it wasn't, you know, where this is going to go, fuck only knows.
Yeah,
And because it was so public, and because, you know,
all eyes are going to be on it now.
yeah, I can't remember the Gareth Edwards fiasco. Was there creative differences mentioned?
What I heard is they weren't happy with the finale, that it wasn't big enough.
Yeah, so they got someone else in to do it, and that was
Yeah.
it. Fine.
Like, if you watch the trailers, there you can see some of the original shots.
The TIE fighter and stuff coming up on the bridge.
Yeah,
towards
and,
the end,
Ray on the beach with the...
or Jyn Erso on the beach.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Jyn Erso on the beach with the whatever they stole from the core, and K2SO on the beach with her. So, yeah, but like, Ron Howard is a much bigger name than Tony Gilroy.
No, completely, and of course he's the Lucas alumni as well.
Yeah,
you know,
been there since American Graffiti.
yeah,
Yeah,
and well before it, I would think.
but he hasn't. His last good movie for a long while was Rush. That was Ron Howard, wasn't it?
I liked In the Heart of the Sea.
But then he did the Edward Left, the fucking Dan Brown movies, Angels and Demons.
I think they were for an extension on his house.
Inferno was so bad. Yeah,
I genuinely like Ron Howard. I think he's a huge talent. To expand on this a little bit more, Lucasfilm, Disney, they tried to go, you know, I suppose they've always pushed the boat out in directors. If you go back to the old days, if you look at Richard Marquand for Jedi,
Yeah.
who was relatively unknown. Okay, Irvin Kershner was a fucking legend.
yeah.
And Lucas did the prequels. So whether they've tried to just, you know, try to do something fresh, do something new with Lord and Miller, with Trevorrow, with Ryan Johnson, people who have limited amount of movies on their slate, as it were, and their filmography. I think it's biting them in the balls in one sense.
It worked for them with J.J. Abrams, because he didn't have much movies under his belt either.
For The Force Awakens,
Yeah.
he had the Star Trek stuff.
He had
He had
two
Mission Impossible.
two Star Treks, one Mission Impossible, and Super 8.
But if you look at it, you knew he was fucking capable. Like.
Yeah. Oh, no,
And
but then
let's-
when you look at his production work.
Yeah, and you take a
Yeah.
look at all the TV shows like Lost and all that other shit, and you know, no, I have no more faith in any of the Star Wars stuff anymore. And it's like the Last Jedi trailer. By the way, the full trailer has been rated by the BBFC,
So it's coming soon.
so it's coming very, very soon. I would hazard in the next 3 to 4 weeks, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm no faith in it. I've no faith in, like, the brand is damaged. The way I can describe it in one sense. Do you remember when the Xbox One was announced? And Microsoft
Yeah.
came out and said, you know, you can't fucking borrow games, you can't, you know, it needs a constant internet connection, blah, blah, blah. That whole brand was fucking damaged back then. And if you're a gamer, you'll know the hullabaloo. Now, the Xbox One is a fine machine technically, but you knew the hullabaloo. And it stopped me from buying one. So now I think, like, Disney need to go on damage control.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
And I think if this Last Jedi trailer doesn't blow people's minds, it has to blow people's minds.
Yeah.
Because nobody will go fucking digging to find out what really went wrong. They just know these guys got fucked out of a movie because it was shit.
Yeah.
That's all people hear.
So
it's a damaged brand. I personally would have given J.J. Abrams whatever the fuck he wanted. If that was a swimming pool full of fucking Mexican midgets, give him the swimming pool full of Mexican midgets.
if you wanted to bring Alias back, let him bring Alias back.
You know, whatever. Because he did an amazing job on The Force Awakens. And I think Star Wars lends itself to old school. You know, Abrams has always been associated in that clan,
Yeah.
the Spielberg fucking family, the Lucas side of things, since he was a kid. They know the crack, right? And you can be the biggest Star Wars fan in the world and you won't be able to make a fucking good movie, no matter what you do.
Yeah.
And I think it's just a case that he was the right one for the job. The rest of them are fucking blow-ins in that little inner circle, in that Lucasfilm circle.
Yeah.
They're blow-ins.
Like,
you know?
I can see why they thought Trevorrow was a good fit.
And maybe he is.
Yeah.
But I think whatever's going to
Like-
happen with The Last Jedi is going to set up.
Back to Knockin' Last Jedi, I don't see how Johnson is a good fit. And yes, I am still hung up over that. It's goofy remark. Sue me.
This was the goofy remark about moving Kylo Ren's scar on his
yeah.
face, and someone tackled him on Twitter and he goes, well, I don't want them having it for the whole movie, it'll just look goofy.
Yeah.
It's like, well, Luke's fucking left hand got swiped off, let's fucking put it back
But
on.
I'm right-handed, so
Fuck you. I my concern, I don't have any more concerns with Star Wars. It's like, I love the brand and what they've done. Though, I love what it was. I don't like anymore what it's
could
becoming.
The Last Jedi win you over? Do you think it could win you over?
I'll put it like this: if it's fucking shit, that's it. We're shutting down the site.
Don't fucking tease me. You've been saying this for fucking years.
No,
Let me go, Vic. Let me go.
Tom is in the real life version of Room.
I'm in real life version of their room.
One of these fucking days, Tom's going to escape in the back of a fucking Hilux or something. So yeah, that's what we got for you this week, Kitty Winks. I guess a lot of people have been in touch about last week. I know one of the high profile comments we got about last week's podcast is Tom Ryan saying, Tom Ryan, director of Twice Shy, which is out since Friday. Great movie, go see it.
Yeah. Limited release and it's on Volta.
He's like, fucking leave, don't stop supporting small movies. It's not that we're stopping supporting small movies, but it's a case that we're more conscious of our time. And I guess, we need to knock the big ones out of the park continuously. But for any small movie producers that are there, don't just fucking email me a link going, oh yeah, I'll write about this. Send us the fucking press release. Because certain people in the smaller movie community seem to have a great deal of entitlement about them, that they think that we need the fucking content. We don't, because we can write a million fucking articles about Michael Bay's fucking demise of giant fucking gorilla robots. But it's a case that just reach out, send us the fucking press release, do it the right way, and then we'll see what we can do. And listen, that goes to the big studios as well as the small ones. Somebody sends me fucking, I don't care where they're from, somebody sends something in going, hey, will you write about our new movie? Give us the fucking press release. We know nothing about it. Give us something.
And this is a pet peeve of mine. Make sure the right fucking link is in that press release as well.
Yeah, and
I was getting Harold Boss's 2 links for fucking.
But I genuinely, I've thought about it and I've thought about it. Actually, you know what? It didn't restore my faith in humanity or movies, but I watched like 40 minutes of War Dogs the other night. It was on one of the movie channels.
With Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill, yeah. And I was like, okay, I didn't lose my fucking mind. So maybe it's
that's a win.
Maybe it's going to be Edgar Wright that brings me back from the light and back into the dark side, or whatever way it's going to work. But yeah.
I'm not going to be watching the movie tonight. I'm going to be watching Vic's reaction to see if he actually just slits his throat.
I'm just going to fucking watch it from the toilets or something. But yeah. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Please subscribe to the podcast, available on iTunes and Stitcher. You can find the links on themoviebit.com. And, of course, you can hit that subscribe button anytime you want. And you get all our back catalogue of stuff. Back in the good old days when movie studios used to actually give us access to high-profile stars. Now they just fucking hate us. But you can get all that shit for free. It's all for free on iTunes and Stitcher. And, of course, iTunes on your iOS device and Stitcher on your Android device. So that's it. Thanks to Real Picture Cinemas for continuing to sponsor the show. They'll probably go, fuck these, we're gone. We can't take any more.
No, they're going to stick around and see how this car crash pans out.
Yeah, well, let's see. Can we get this car crash back on a fucking highway? Oh, look, there's a giant robot. Oh, fuck. No. Anyway, that's it, guys. We are not here next week. We will be back the week after, as per usual. And that, as they say, is that. Thanks for listening. Goodbye, everybody.
See you, lads.
See you, lads.
See you, lads.
What the fuck? Oh, Jesus. See you, lads. Pull hard in that fucking bar.
Pull hard.
Pull hard in the bar.
The MovieBit.com podcasts. Available on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, direct download, and streaming on the MovieBit.com. Streaming and creaming. Yeah.